It's the Thursday, May 8th edition of the Maurologue, and while some see just another weekday, the world's greatest emergency response team sees a mission in motion. It is World Red Cross and Red Crescent Day, a global salute to the everyday heroes in red vests and white emblems who rush toward danger while the rest of us flee from it. From earthquake zones to war zones, refugee camps to vaccination drives, more than 16 million volunteers form a living lifeline across 190 nations, and they all stand on the shoulders of Henri Dunant. Born this day in 1828, the Swiss visionary who witnessed war founded the Red Cross and won the first ever Nobel Peace Prize. This isn't just about bandages and blood drives, it's about humanity without borders, neutrality without compromise, and compassion without conditions. So, today, whether you're safe at home or struggling on the front lines, know that someone somewhere wearing that Red Cross or Red Crescent is fighting for you. Now that's what I call a movement that never takes a day off. From global compassion to personal healing, let's shift our focus to the front lines of mental health. Here's some encouraging news. For the first time in years, fewer people are relying solely on psychiatric medications, and more are turning to talk therapy too. A new study in the American Journal of Psychiatry found that the number of U.S. adults in therapy jumped from 16.5 million in 2018 to 22 million by 2021. That's an 8.5% slice of the population choosing conversation alongside medication. After decades of decline, talk therapy is making a comeback, and honestly, that's something worth talking about. Speaking of healing, let's move from mental well-being to physical resilience. We know exercise is good for the body, but a new study says it's also a powerful ally in the fight against cancer's side effects. Researchers analyzed a decade's worth of data and found that movement, from Tai Chi to high-intensity training, can ease brain fog, nerve damage, and even boost heart health during cancer treatment. It also improved mood, body composition, and overall quality of life. As nurse Celine Doherty puts it, go at your own pace and talk to your care team, because sometimes the fight starts with a single step. That's going out to my fair lady. Now let's dive into the depths of our planet's most vital resource. You know the voice, Sir David Attenborough, the legendary naturalist and narrator of nature itself. He turns 99 today, and he's celebrating with what may be his most urgent and awe-inspiring work yet, Ocean. In the film, Attenborough declares, "The most important place on Earth is not on land, but at sea." It's a cinematic deep dive into the beauty, the fragility, and the hope of our oceans, coral reefs, collapsing ecosystems, and a call to action. We must write its next chapter together. Ocean hits Disney Plus in June, and yes, you will want to watch every breathtaking second. From the depths of the sea to the heights of a century lived with joy, let's celebrate a beloved icon. Dick Van Dyke is about to turn 100, and he's doing it with a song, a smile, and a new book, 100 Rules for Living to 100, an optimist's guide to a happy life, hits shelves this fall, just weeks before his December milestone. The beloved icon behind Mary Poppins and The Dick Van Dyke Show shares stories, laughter, and life lessons from nearly a century of entertaining and thriving. From childhood memories to Hollywood sets and late-in-life love, Van Dyke proves joy isn't just a feeling, it's a daily decision. The book drops November 18. Pre-order now, and don't trip over the ottoman on the way. Shifting gears from entertainment to electrifying sports action, in the NBA Conference semifinals, the Oklahoma City Thunder just lit the playoffs on fire again. In Game 2 against Denver, they dropped a record-shattering 87 points in the first half, breaking the NBA postseason mark. That's not just a hot start, that is scorched the earth of basketball. Chet Holmgren hit 2 free throws with a second left to seal the milestone. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, he led the charge with 34 points and 8 assists. The final score, 149-106. Series tied at 1 apiece. That's two 40-point playoff wins in one postseason. The Thunder, they're not just making noise. They are rewriting the record books. Well, it was deja blue and orange all over again. The Knicks trailed big in Boston for the second straight game. They stormed back and stole the win with a clutch defensive play by Mikal Bridges. Knicks 91, Celtics 90, a 20-point comeback redux that now sends the series to Madison Square Garden, with New York holding all the momentum up to zip. Let's glide over to the ice for some NHL playoff highlights. Mitch Marner broke a tie at 5:50 of the third period, and the Toronto Maple Leafs, they held off the Florida Panthers 4-3 in Game 2 of the NHL Eastern Conference second round in Toronto on Wednesday. The Leafs had a 2-0 lead in two best-of-7, or they have a 2-0 lead in two best-of-7 series during the same postseason. For the first time since 1963, the Maple Leafs have not hoisted hockey's holy grail since 1967. Meanwhile, Mikko Rantanen, he scored a natural hat trick in the second period, helping the Dallas Stars to a 3-2 victory against the Winnipeg Jets in Game 1 of the Western Conference second round in Winnipeg on Wednesday. Rantanen became the first player in Stanley Cup playoffs history with multiple three-goal periods in the same postseason. He had 3 goals in the third period against the Colorado Avalanche in Game 7 of the first round on Saturday. The forward has 14 points in his past 4 games. He has factored on 12 straight Dallas goals, which marks the longest streak by a player in Stanley Cup playoffs history. Rantanen making history on the ice. And finally, what's the best birthday present you can give someone like David Attenborough, who is celebrating his 99th birthday today? A broken drum, because you just can't beat it. Today's Morovation comes from author George Saunders, who once wrote, "What I regret most in my life are failures of kindness. Not missed chances, not lost jobs, but the moments he could have been gentler and wasn't. Kindness doesn't cost a thing, but its absence can leave scars. So today, before you hit send, honk the horn, or look away, pause, breathe, lead with compassion, because in the end, what we will remember isn't how loud we were, but how soft we could have been." I'm Mauro Ranello, reminding you to stay strong, stay kind, hold the door open, don't tailgate in traffic, and keep fighting the good fight.